Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is June 20th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the S&P 500, that's SPY, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over to these charts and see what we see. And let me maximize this quarterly chart. And what we see, we still see green. We're getting a little bit more of a wick on there maybe from last week. And we still haven't been able to break that all-time high and we're still above pivot on this quarterly chart. No big changes there. Let's go down to this monthly chart. On this monthly chart, we can see that we are still green. We came back down, but we are below the R1 level, these quarterly R1s, and we are still above the 9-10 moving average. This is the 9-10 moving average here, this blue line. This is my quarterly R1, which we are still staying above. So we're still in a bull market, technically, but we haven't been having a hard time breaking these highs But let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. Let me switch back over to that. And our weekly, I thought I switched. Our weekly chart, and zoom in a little bit here. We can see our all-time high here. The big thing here, we're fighting at this R1 on this monthly, with these monthly pivots. We came up last week, we got below it. This week again, we came up to it and fought below it. But again, the big impact is the supply over here. The supply is going to keep us below that forever. How long is it going to take for them to eat up all that supply? It hasn't really dropped below, this week back here, this low here. And if it does end up, we got a 50 moving average that may act as support, and also it'll be closing this gap here. So that may act as support too once we get down here, if we get down here at all. We are, again, like I had told one trader before, and like I said last week, we're going to have a little bit of a fight here around the 600 number here anyway. And plus you got the supply right here. So it's kind of expected, and given some great day trade, intraday trading, playing the chop and the ups and downs that we are having. But that's what I see here on this weekly chart. And let's go ahead and go down to this daily chart and see what we see there and wrap this on up. Let me zoom on in here. On this daily chart, it was a holiday this week, so we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 days for the week. And as we can see, we are beginning to start trending to the downside. So be careful, be careful, be careful. Just pay attention to your trading plans and your trading strategy and trade accordingly. Because at this time, we're getting lower lows, we are getting lower highs. So the trend has changed. We couldn't even break the previous week high, we made a high on Monday here, and we wasn't able to break that for the rest of the week. But the other thing here that I like having on my chart here is expiration. This was an expiration Friday. So again, come next week, we got to kind of see what's going to happen. We got a lot of things going on in the world at this time. And we're going to be opening below pivot come next week. But like last week I had said, we might look like we was going to open below pivot, and we ended up opening above pivot. But in this market did end up pushing back to the downside. So this next week I still do kind of expect us to open below pivot, but anything can happen. We can end up opening up above pivot. But based on the trend has reversed from what it looks like. We can see that, and so again, don't be surprised if this market ends up really slipping to the downside. And if it slips to the downside, I'm looking at around 580. That's not too far out of the picture, because again, it'll be closing this jailer gap, I call it. And then if it doesn't come down and close that, it can also come all the way down here and close this big gap down here in this area here. So be careful, be careful, be careful. And that's all I really want to share at this time. I hope you guys, I can say hope there. I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Right Side Trader here. Talk to you later. Bye.